Welcome back, everybody. A little something different today. Not only am I combining 3 days, so I'm doing January 29th, January 30th, and January 31st, 2023. I've also introduced a new category, and that is runs. And here are the rules for them. So number one, must be the complete run. So if it's like 1, 2, 3, skip 4, and then 5 to 13, I wouldn't count that. Um, but if it's a box set or all the available manga at that time, I will count it. So if it's like One Piece box set number 2, which went for an obscene amount of money, which it never would, but if it did, I would count it. The all available, like let's take One Punch Man, for example. I think it's 24 volumes out right now. So if that went for an obscene amount of money, which it never would, I would count it. Rule number 3, 4-volume minimum. So something like Space Dandy actually only has 2 volumes. So I would count that under the individual sales as just a lot of 2. When I'm looking at runs, I want at least 4 books to say it's like a run. Number 4, it's ranked by the sold price. So this is a little different. I know like in my individual sales, I do average values, right? So it's if it's Space Dandy, for example, went for $120, it'd be $60 a piece. These runs, it's basically, if it's 33 volumes and it's sold for $800, it's $800. That's its ranking price, right? If somebody's going to pay $800 for 30 books, I think that's noteworthy. It's more noteworthy perhaps than somebody paying $60 for one. I mean, that's a lot of money. Finally, number 5, anything sold from Malaysia, I consider bootleg. So there you go. There's the rules for manga lots, basically, or complete runs. So with that in mind, let's get on to the list. Coming in at number 10, Lady Snowblood, volumes 1 through 4, went for $214.66 US. That would be an average value of $53.66 from Dark Horse in 2005. From what I understand about Lady Snowblood, it's kind of like an inspiration for Kill Bill. I haven't read it, don't know much about it, but sounds good. Anyway, number 9, Sailor Moon Eternal Edition, volume 1 through 10. That is all of them. That went for $251.91. Average of $25.19 each from Kodansha, 2018. Good to see some Sailor Moon on there. Way to go, Sailor Moon. Okay, number 8. We've seen this many times before. Vagabond. Viz Big Editions, volume 1 through 12. That's all of them. $337.32. Averages out to $28.11 each. Viz Media, 2008. Number 7 was really interesting for me. I had never heard of this one, but it's Rakia, volumes 1 through 5. And basically it's the same artist, the Korean artist that does Dr. Stone. And the artist name is Boichi. 5 volumes. Went for $353.69. That's $70.74 each from One Piece Books 2014. Cool looking art. It's funny, like I was thinking about this myself. You can tell the difference between the Korean art and the Japanese art, like the manga versus the manhwa. They each have their distinctive styles, which is really cool and good to see. But anyway, gorgeous looking series, one I'd never heard of. On to number 6, Blood Lad, volumes 1 through 9, went for $386.39. That's $42.93 each. Yen Press, 2012. Next up at number 5, we have Love Com, or Lovely Complex, volumes 1 through 17, went for $411.09. That's $24.18 each. Viz Media, 2007. Number 4. To Love Rue Darkness, volumes 1 through 18, $446.25. That's $24.79 each from Ghost Ship. Now, it's important to know Ghost Ship is the 7 Seas mature imprint, so it's 7 Seas basically. First published in 2018. And number 3, Ranma 1/2, volumes 1 through 36, $675, $18.75 per volume. Viz Media, 2003. Number 2, Red River, Anatolia Story, volumes 1 through 28, went for $675. That's $24.11 a piece. Viz Media, 2004. And finally, the most expensive run for the dates of January 29th, 30th, and 31st is Flame of Recca, volumes 1 through 33. Went for $849.99. That's $25.76 a piece. Viz Media, 2003. Again, the reason I put these lots on, you'll find, like when I'm doing my searches, there's a lot of lots and complete listings that go for manga. So I thought it was only fair to give them their own category because a lot of the times they wouldn't show up otherwise. But there are some very impressive sales for that amount of books. So very happy to have this new category. But now let's get on to the singles. So again, singles can be anything that's not a complete run. So it may actually be like 10, 11 books out of 12. But if the complete run is 12 and it's only 11, it's counted as singles. So anyway, here we go. First honorable mention, Oh My Goddess Volume 44. Went for $61.33. That's Dark Horse 2013. Seen a lot of Oh My Goddess love here lately. These later volumes of Oh My Goddess are really stepping up here in price. Okay, let's get on to the list. Number 10, Dragons Rioting, Volume 3. Went for $69.99 from Yen Press 2015. I just read the description of Dragons Rioting. It sounds hilarious. About a young boy diagnosed with hentai syndrome. So if he gets sexually stimulated or aroused, there's a chance it could prove fatal. He goes off to the mountains to train with his dad for when he's 6 until like he's 16, and then finally enrolls in school, and he's supposed to be going to an all-boys school, but the all-boys school is turned into a co-ed school. So I haven't seen this one, but it sounds really hilarious. Number 9, I brought this one up a little while ago talking about lots. It's Space Dandy, volumes 1 through 2, which is the complete set. So 2 books, $149.99, $75 each. Yen Press 2016. The interesting thing about Space Dandy is it's considered a flop. It didn't do as well as they thought. The manga is, like, it usually, whenever it sells, it will make it on here. And speaking of manga that always makes it on here when it sells, it's our old friend Umineko, When They Cry, Episode 2, Book 2. Went for $75. Yen Press 2013. As I've said before, anytime Umineko sells, it usually winds up on this list. Number 6 is another always expensive book, Mushishi, Volume 1, went for $80 from Del Rey 2007. Number 5 is one that just went on my bucket list, Puella Magi Madoka Magica Movie Rebellion Manga, Volume 2, say that 5 times fast, went for $109.99, Yen Press 2016. If you haven't seen Puella Magi Madoka Magica, the anime, which actually came out before the manga, see it. It's really good. Super good. Number 4, Certain Magical Index, Volume 7, light novel. Again, I'm just blown away by how expensive some of these light novels are. $112.50. Yen Press 2016. Number 3 is From Far Away, Volume 9. I don't know much about this one, except that it went for $119.95. Viz Media 2006. And number 2, speaking of our old friend Umineko, When They Cry, it's Episode 4, Book 3. $129.95. Yen Press 2015. Which brings us finally to number 1. And never doubt the power of boys love manga. because this one, World's Greatest First Love, Volume 5, still in the original shrink wrap, $149. Subline 2016. So there it is, some pretty powerful sales, but I've already done the list for February 1, 2, and 3, and I can tell you that one's better. So this one was good. The next one will be stronger. But thanks again for watching, everybody. I'll put up the spreadsheet so you can pause it, have a look, do whatever you want, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.